Hey, welcome back to the Fins Up Network, Dolphins fans. And you know what? Despite not having a first round pick, hell, they don't even have a second round pick. Is anyone else way too excited for that first opening night, Thursday night of the NFL draft? I know I am. I'm an NFL draft junkie, so it's just been killing me. So I've just been sitting here wondering, what if? What if the Miami Dolphins shock us a bit and somehow trade back into the first? Well, that birthed today's video. I wanted to identify the players that they may target in the event this ends up being the case. So we all know no first, no second because of the Tyreek deal. 4 picks in the 2022 NFL draft, a third, a fourth, 2 sevens. But we all know about that stockpile of 2023 NFL draft picks. 5 of them in the first 3 rounds. And it's my preference, it's my prediction that Miami will not move any of their 2023 picks to acquire 2022 picks. I want to get that out there right away. But in the event they do, I wanted to do a top 3 early round players that they could target. And your homework assignment, if you agree that these guys, any of these guys, would potentially be the guy Miami would pull the trigger on if they did end up trading up, go ahead, give this video the like. Regardless, let's hear some of the players that you guys could potentially see the Dolphins trading up for. And one last plea before we get started. In my last video, I mentioned a goal of hitting 500 subscribers. And by the time this drops, I think we will hit that. So thank you to everyone that's been subscribing, everyone that comments. I try to get back to as many as possible. And there are some loyal people out there. Big time thumbs up to you guys for commenting on all the videos. Keep doing that. Let's get this puppy to 1,000 subs. Let's do that next. So let's go right into these top 3 trade up targets. And I would do a drum roll, but last time I tried doing that, I almost knocked my earbuds out. So do your own drum roll real quick, because there's number 3, Zion Johnson, offensive lineman, Boston College. Prototype size guy, 6'3", 315 pounds, good size, good arm length, strong in general, strong hands, but just strong in general. 32 bench press reps. That's what one thing me and him actually have in common, as you can tell, right? He anchors well against that bull rush, though. I just talked actually in the last video about Cole Strange, the offensive lineman from Chattanooga, how he struggled with the re-anchor. Zion Johnson does not. Zion is strong. He's got great technique. He is a first-round bona fide prospect. Durable, didn't really miss time at Boston College as well, which is a huge plus, obviously. Primarily played left guard in a zone blocking scheme with Matt Applebaum, the new Dolphins offensive line coach. There are some good similarities there. There are some good connections there. During his time at BC, he played a little bit of left tackle, played a little bit of right tackle, but mostly guard. Got some reps at center at the Senior Bowl. But let's just say he goes to Miami. He would provide Miami with some flexibility on that offensive line, because we know Connor Williams is slotted at left guard, but he can play guard or tackle. Robert Hunt has played both for the Dolphins. Austin Jackson has played both for the Dolphins. Michael Dieter has played both center and guard for the Dolphins. So Zion would just be another guy that could essentially play wherever needed on that interior. So let's go on to number 2. Hit your drum roll. Trevor Penning, offensive lineman, Northern Iowa. Prototype size, talk about this guy. He's a monster. 6'7", 320 pounds. He's nasty. He's mean. He plays through the whistle. That actually pissed some people off at the Senior Bowl. But when it's offensive lineman, that's what you want. You want that guy that's going to kind of take it to the next level and go 110% on every single play. And I know at Northern Iowa, the knock is weaker competition. But he shows up at the Senior Bowl. He holds his own. He looks the part. He looks like a first rounder against that competition as well. But he played left tackle in college. But if you read up on several draft analysts that have been doing this for a long time, they think he projects maybe a little bit better even at right tackle. So do a little bit of math on that. Oh, to his blind side. Oh, the Dolphins just acquired Teron Armstead to anchor the left side. Right tackle would be a perfect fit in this system right now. And I know he can actually struggle with speed rushers, but no prospect is flawless at this point in time. But hey, another Matt Applebaum project right there, but he would instantly be in the mix at that right tackle spot, along with Austin Jackson, along with Ian Eichenberg. So he's my number 2. And number 1, hit your drum roll, Nakobe Dean. linebacker out of Georgia. And if you've been following along since launch this channel, Nakobe has been my guy. Ben, if you look at the team this offseason, linebacker has been the one position that the team really hasn't addressed with anyone new. They've re-signed a bunch of guys, Landon Roberts, Sam Eguavoen, Duke Riley, Brendan Scarlett. But a lot of those guys were essentially one-year deals, and most of those guys, they'll play, but in a perfect world, they're depth pieces. So there's that part of it. And you look at Nakobe Dean, and he is, in my opinion, from day one, he's plug and play. He is the do-it-all linebacker that Dolphins fans covet at this point in time. Speed, sideline to sideline, no issue. Tackling, solid, consistent. Not many people are getting away from him. Coverage as a linebacker, excellent at it. He's got speed. He's got the coverage ability. He can hang with running backs. He can hang with tight ends. And then this is music to Dolphins fans' ears. He came on last year at Georgia as a blitzer. 6 sacks. But if you look at the Dolphins and their double-A gap pressure and just stacking everybody at the line of scrimmage, who knows who's coming? Nakobe Dean would jump into that system and thrive. So let's take just a quick glance at what like a front seven could look like with Dean. And I know some of these parts are interchangeable, but if you have Emmanuel Ogbah, Christian Wilkins, Raekwon Davis, Jalen Phillips, Jerome Baker, Dean, Andrew Van Ginkel. That's intriguing, to say the least. So if you look at the Dolphins when they still had their first round pick at 29, Nakobe Dean was probably the player that I coveted the most. So obviously he had to be number one for me. But I do have 2 honorable mention guys we don't need to spend a ton of time on. Tyler Linderbaum there out of Iowa, who can also play center. And then Breece Hall, running back out of Iowa State, almost cracked number 3. However, by adding Chase Edmonds, by adding Raheem Mostert, still have Gaskin, Savon Achman on the 1-year deal, I didn't see it as much of a priority, even though I could see them addressing the position yet. But the way that the NFL draft and running backs go and them falling kind of lower in draft recently, I couldn't imagine giving up the capital just to acquire a running back. So not that I would rule it out. Like I said, he almost made number 3, but I couldn't quite pull the trigger. But that's what I've got. Let me know what your thoughts are on the list. Any guys that I may have forgot that you would add to it. Like I said, keep hitting that like. Let's subscribe. Let's get this puppy up there, and we'll take it from there. But until next time, Dolphins fans, have yourself a